put me on a different flight.
Welcome back. I know, I've been gone for like freaking ever. It's horrible. Hang on, let me get this pulled up here.
There's
Ta-da!
Pumpkin.
There I am.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I got an ad.
Hello. So, I decided I wanted to play a little bit of Minecraft while we talk about our book. Because, well, it's been a while. I started a new job, and I've been kind of getting used to functioning with the new job. So there's that. Can y'all hear the Minecraft?
Oh, let me turn my volume up on that.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yes.
OBS updated and it changed how my audio thingies are arranged.
Mm. You also have a voice, so we are running positive right now.
Right? You guys should have a voice too, so like we should be running ultra positive.
Yay.
We should be doing real good right now. But yeah, so I started a new job, and I've been trying to kind of get used to functioning as far as that is concerned. It's a lot more physically demanding. I've been a lot more tired at night, which is usually when I stream during the week. And then, of course, summer is here, so Mr. Moose has taken up my summer weekends.
Cheating on us.
I know, I'm terrible. I need to figure out, like, how I could film or stream with him, and, like, what kind of content y'all would even want to see him. Because, like...
whatever you want to do, right?
I mean, you could do, like, if you got a GoPro, you could do story time on trail.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know how I feel about OBS new audio mixer.
Are you looking at it too now?
Yeah, I just now opened up my OBS just to look.
Uh-huh.
Because I knew I hadn't updated it in a long time.
It's a bit weird.
However, I'm thinking about doing the Elgato's wave mix or whatever.
Yeah.
So that would take a lot of the audio off of OBS and put it on Elgato. I just haven't tested out or messed with it yet.
All right.
Because it is free for everyone. And you don't have to have anything Elgato to use it.
Okay, so like
for the audio wise, yeah.
So like, is it an app that you download or?
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm interested in this. I'm curious.
Because I know it takes because your OBS is hitting your computer really hard, so this should take some of that off. Or that load off of you.
I never really thought of like the sound being what was eating up my bandwidth.
I don't know. I know
OBS.
that helped with because you could. It's almost like OBS's audio mix that I'm talking about. Where is that? And you could basically run everything. So like if you're streaming, but you don't want. It's the same thing as OBS. You don't want to. You want to hear the music, but you don't want your stream to hear it or
Yeah.
anything like that to hear. You basically set it up that way. Through Elgato. Oh,
Speaking of which, do we want a jam tonight?
Wavelink 3.0 is what it's called, and it is an app.
Okay. So, I wonder how rough that would run versus, like, would running a second app be harder on my computer versus running OBS? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you could. What they did, most of the streamers did, is they used everything onto the Wavelink, and then there's only one thing that you do to put in OBS, and then that's all. And then everything that is controls on Wavelink. So if you have time, I would say
It might be
YouTube
worth
it.
exploring.
Yeah, YouTube it and then just do a couple of researches. I haven't done much. I know that they could do something like that, so that's why I wanted to try. But I just haven't had the time.
No, I get you. Let's see. We don't want ice spikes. Forget that. We have an icy biome. We have a pines biome.
Since I have a house,
Yeah.
and in theory, I'm gonna be able to use the entire house. Like, I need to talk with my brother because currently he lives there right now.
Yeah.
But my parents said he's only there, like, at best 3 random nights of the week, and he pretty much walks in, uses the kitchen, uses the bathroom, and then goes in his room, and he doesn't do anything else in the house. So
is he
in
like
theory,
working on the road or something?
No, he is a fitness trainer. So he has sporadic hours based on his clients when his clients need him in the gym. And then he does rock climbing and like
What's that?
he's getting like pretty invested in rock and boulder climbing. So
that was a skelly. Did
he's
anybody
like,
see that skelly boy just lurking? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
I did
like,
not.
No, I didn't see
just
it.
lurking right there in the cave.
Oh, I see it now.
Oh.
All right, what's this thing? Sticking out?
So like he'll travel for rock climbing, and like he keeps talking about doing van life because he wants to rock climb. So going van life and going west to do rock climbing and stuff.
Yeah.
So he'd be in the house even less. But having the whole house, like the basement, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with the basement because it's not finished. So like the washer and dryer's down there, and my dad's workshop has been down there for decades. But he's moving, so the wood shop is moving, and it's like I have a feeling the basement is just gonna remain wood shop overflow. So it's like things that he doesn't need all the time are still gonna stay down there, but nothing I utilize or would be doing really would be going in the basement.
Ooh,
other than the litter
dark
box.
forest.
Like the litter box goes in the basement. Yeah.
Because I forgot you have a cat.
Yes, I'm acquiring a cat. But that gives me 3 other floors because the attic is completely usable space.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so my bedroom.
Parties at Cece's house.
Right. Well, yeah. So my bedroom, if I take the master bedroom, my bedroom is doubling in size. And then he would have his bedroom, and then there's a third bedroom on the second floor that is probably I'm going to turn it into a media room. So I'm going to have all the bookshelves in there, the TV in there, the video games all in that room.
I love it.
Because I don't want my TV in the living room. Like, it really bothers me to have a TV in the living room.
Really?
So, yeah, like it feels like it's competing with the attention of people.
Fair enough.
So it's like anytime I've been places and it's like the TV is in the same location, it's like it feels like you're either competing with the TV in noise or you're competing with the TV in attention. And it's like if I have people over, I want them to be over and I want us to be like, communicating with each other and like actually hanging out with each other, not, well, there's the TV, so we're gonna watch random things on the television and that's it.
I just leave the
Like I
TV
want to
off
do
when I have people over.
Yeah, I haven't had much luck in that working.
Ah,
But at least to start, I want it upstairs, and then that way it's like, okay, if we're gonna watch a movie, that's what we're doing. We're going to go sit and watch a movie and commit to watching the movie. Because that's the other, like, I want people to watch movies with me,
mm-hmm.
and that be the focus. Like that's the goal. That's the focus. It's not the movie's on and we're gonna do whatever else we want. And yeah, like I just want you to sit and watch a movie with me, and that's the focus. We're just sitting here together watching the movie. But that way, like I can kind of incorporate all of my different collections. Like I can incorporate all my books and my figures and my movies and
Mm-hmm.
organize everything in the room and have it hopefully all there together and not everywhere else. But the crux of the whole conversation is the attic is completely usable space. And it is the entire stretch of the house. And I'm like, I'll probably have a spare bedroom set up there just because,
Yeah.
like, I imagine the entertainment room will also have a futon, but that way it's like if someone comes into town to visit me, I'll have a full bedroom upstairs where it's like you can go up and sleep and not be intruding upon the house or feel like the house is interrupting you or whatever. And that's where my bedroom used to be. But
Wait, did
the
they
whole
change
rest of
commands on me?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But like the whole rest of the space, I'm thinking will be my crafting space.
Yeah.
And once
They
I have my crafting
did.
space completely completely set up, I
Hmm.
can set cameras up to stream crafting.
They
Okay.
changed commands.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. And then that
Sorry.
way, if I'm streaming, if I'm up in the attic, I won't like even if he's in the house, I won't have to worry about like him making noise or interrupting me or anything like that. It's like I'm
Mhm.
upstairs and I can stream without, you know, anything invading the stream.
Yeah.
Hmm. That would be nice.
Hmm. And it's also set up pretty decently that I won't have to worry about giving my geolocation away
Valid.
because there's a giant. The way the windows are set up, the one would be completely off screen because I would have a partial wall in the way, and the other one is completely covered by a tree. So it distorts the light in a lot, and you can't see out the window. You just see a tree. So
Hmm. Trigger. Okay. Is it not coming up? Oh my god. Because I can't spell.
Pumpkin. So did you finish the book then?
Ah! Yes, I did finish the book.
Yay!
I didn't finish the like extra pages in the back. Um,
Mm, I don't think mine had extra pages. Now that I look,
yeah, there was like a
I
short
know.
story in the back of like Liv's
Yeah, the
previous life.
extra ones, the extra one was just basically like before she like it kind of gave you a little backstory, a little bit, like very tiny backstory of our main character, like
Yeah.
life,
Oh,
her life,
was it like is it a snippet of the other book he wrote?
basically. Like
Nah,
it's because the other book he wrote is it's a wait, what?
Yes,
it's a
Yeah,
it's a
prequel. Okay.
prequel.
prequel. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I just reading the synopsis of the other book,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get irritated.
Oh no, really?
Not.
Because it's like, well, because it's like the way Viv seems in the beginning of this book
Yeah.
compared to the synopsis of the other book feels like
Oh.
she went backwards in order to
Mm,
start this book. So it's like the growth and the development she's making in the prequel isn't matching up with where she's starting in this novel, at least based on
okay.
the summary.
Yeah.
So it makes me very leery of reading it because that's kind of one of my writer pet peeves. And like pretty much actually a lot of all media, if you have a character and you're making character growth and then all of a sudden for no discernible reason your character growth backtracks and you're rehashing the same character growth, it really really frustrates me. Like it's one thing when it's like you're dealing with an addiction case or abuse or something like that, or things that it's like they logically work you through the regression of the
Cycles.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like when it's like, oh, we're building, and okay, we're coming up to the finale, we've done this, and then it's like, okay, episode one of the next season, and we're going to take the characters all the way back to the halfway point because we can't actually write the character any further, but we're going to just kind of milk more of the storyline out, is generally how it comes across. So it's like all the character growth and all the relationship growth you've made is like, wait a minute, we already did this. Like, we literally already did this. Why are we doing it again? And you're not addressing the fact that we've already done this.
Right. So, I'm not sure which version you have. I have the one that was released by Tor, which was their new publicist.
I have Cryptid Press.
Okay, so you have the indie press version. You have their self-published version on hand. I have the, like, publisher version.
So I wonder if they did more editing for your version versus my version.
They
Yeah, I
very
wonder
well
too.
might have. Because even, like, I read through the acknowledgments. And the
Mm-hmm.
acknowledgments gave me a lot more insight as to what I didn't care for in the book and why it happened.
See, the acknowledgement is literally a page.
Oh yeah, no, it's pages for the one that I have.
Nope. My acknowledgement is a singular page, and half of that is just acknowledgement and people's names. So it's just a list of people's names that helps.
Gotcha. So, this was a NaNoWriMo book.
I saw that, and my brain didn't have context for it.
So, NaNoWriMo is a writing contest slash event that happens in November, or it happened in November. It's kind of lost popularity lately.
Like what? Yeah, wasn't there like some controversy going on about it?
Yeah,
And like the
because
original organizers and where it is now, kind of things.
they were willing to let AI read what people were putting into the NaNoWriMos.
Yeah, I knew it was a huge dust up, and it was kind of
Yeah.
like
And
gone now.
folks basically said, no thank you. That's like the absolute like antithesis of what you stand for, what is going on.
Right.
So Nano, I don't even know if it still happens anymore, but folks will still use November as a book writing month kind of deal. And the idea was to write, I think it was like 10,000 pages in the month. Or 10,000 words, I mean. Basically, the idea was to write a novel in a month. And it wasn't necessarily to write a publishable novel, but it was to get you into the rhythm of writing every day. It's something that I have been told multiple times that I should join in.
Attempt.
And the year that I was finally like, yeah, you know what, let's do this, was the year that shiz hit the fan. And I was like, maybe I won't. I was like, yeah, this is exciting. I'm going to finally do it. Because I was going to do it for High Winds, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, maybe not. Because there are publishers that watch NaNoWriMo. Or watched NaNoWriMo. To like the popular ones that were getting attention are more likely to be marketable.
Right.
So if your book could get enough attention during NaNoWriMo, sometimes publishers would pick them up and be like, okay, well, here's your proof of manuscript. We want you to clean it up by this deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not what happened with Legends and Lattes, from what I can tell. Because it was a NaNoWriMo book, then they had basically a friend edit it, and then they took it to self-publishing. And they put it up on the marketplace KDP. Or Amazon KDP.
Okay.
Which is Amazon self-publishing, which also has kind of taken
On
a
the way of the
nosedive.
dodo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it itself hasn't taken a nosedive, but anybody who values their writing no longer uses it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know authors in general that have pulled themselves off of Kindle, even.
Yeah, it's bad out there right now.
Yeah, it's rough, folks. It's rough. So.
Well, and I'm in the AO3 sphere, and I have a lot of choice words for people of the internet in regards to AO3, and get out of my sandbox because you're ruining things.
I get that.
Is the succinct and short answer. Get out, don't yuck my yum, and mind your own business. And stop
Agreed.
being mean to authors. Like I'm
yeah, we have a hard enough time as it is, folks.
Yeah, like I'm thankfully not circulating in the spheres of AO3 that are dealing with the current toxicity. I mean, like, there's toxicity all over the fandoms, but like,
yeah,
the one that's really blowing up right now, and like, literally, the fandom has just gotten so entitled to themselves that like authors are just deleting fics, and it's like authors are deleting fics in solidarity of other authors, and they're basically just like wiping the fandom off of AO3 because of the behavior of people coming on and leaving comments on these fanfics.
Jesus.
And it's like, yeah, and then it's like that's going on alongside of all of the barcode, all of the mass publishers kind of deciding, oh, this is a money grab now to take AO3 work off and basically scrub the characters out and release it as an independent book. And then we're going to advertise as, oh, it's this well-known AO3 fanfic. But it's not, because we scraped all of the copyrightable stuff out, but we're still going to advertise in connection to the copyrighted stuff. It's bonkers. And I'm just like hiding in my little corner crying because like,
hey Dante,
it's
how's
gotten
it going?
so bad.
That's rough.
Yeah, and like I'm so paranoid about it now. Anytime I come, like, because I have an account, I've had an account for a long time now, and a lot of authors are making their stuff private, so only people with accounts have them. But that's even proving not safe any longer. and yeah, now it's like I go to like I come across one that I'm like, oh, I really really like this one, and it used to be, yeah, you could just bookmark it and you figured you were safe, and now I'm like, no, now I have to download it because what
Yep.
if I get on next time to read this and the
And it
author's
might be
deleted it
gone. Hi,
and it's gonna
chicken.
be gone. Yeah, I already like I'll go back through my bookmarks and there'll just be this lone sad message of this work has been deleted, and I'm like, you don't, and it's like it doesn't even tell you which one it was. It doesn't even tell you which
Oof.
one it was. So you're just like, yeah, so I have to like kind of sit there going through like, well, I read this fanfic and then I read that one. And what do I remember the one in the middle that I'm missing? Like, yeah,
Oof.
it's a very worrisome place.
That's a scary place
But
to be.
yeah, but like you saying it was a NaNoWriMo kind of makes sense because I got about
Yeah.
halfway through reading the book and it was like, is this a scrubbed fanfic?
Mm.
I was getting vibes of like, is this a scrubbed fanfic? Like the way characters were kind of being introduced
Right.
without really introducing them
Yeah.
made it feel like
To me, it felt very
this is from a world
rushed.
that you should already know.
Yeah.
Mm.
To me, it felt like it was rushed. And like a lot of my complaints were like, this should have been expanded more. This should have more detail.
Mhm.
Like a lot of
Yeah,
it just felt rushed to me. And knowing that it was NaNoWriMo, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well that's why.
yeah.
That's why. And also
Well,
too, to remember that this is this person's, like, this is his debut novel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was. Yeah.
I don't know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how much other writing he's done. And like, congrats, your debut novel got picked up. I am not dissing that in the
and gave a
slightest.
prequel. Like you got enough traction to write another one.
Right.
Right.
Right. Like, good on you, dude.
And I know like all three of his books got like the special um edition from I think Crate. So like it's getting some sort of attraction.
Oh yeah, like I can see why folks like the book. I'm not saying that they shouldn't like.
Right, yeah.
I just feel like there could have been more.
Yeah,
Well,
I wanted more, and I also it was kind of like reading it, it was like, okay, that was something that could have just been left out of the story completely and given you the space to go more in depth with other things.
Yeah, like the madrigal. I actually really liked the madrigal line. Like, it reminded me of the old school Chicago mobs,
Mhm.
yeah.
where like you paid your dues. If something happened, the family would absolutely get involved and make sure you were covered, but you had to pay your dues.
Mhm.
And I feel like Viv got out way too easily.
Yeah,
That felt like a, I don't want to say a cop out, but it felt like a cop out.
Right, yeah.
I appreciated the openness to a barter system versus no, you just give me money.
But it still should have
But
been a
like,
much
yeah,
more
it,
expensive barter.
well, or it
Like,
feels like she should have had to have done something to then earn the barter, not just
yeah, yeah, I agree. There was
this
no
humor.
building of
Someone else pisses
repertoire.
me off.
Well,
Like,
not even that. Like,
yeah,
there was no building of repertoire between the two of them. There
mm-mm,
wasn't even like a, hey, go fetch my milk.
Yeah.
You know, even a fetch quest would have been not even a like, because I can understand like the character didn't want to go back to being an adventurer, didn't want blood on her
mercenary.
hands anymore, etc., etc. That's fine. Do a fetch quest.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Like, clearly you
something
can
to
take down a
actually,
monster.
yeah, like do something to earn this woman's trust. Yeah, or a monster hunt.
So from what it looks like, he only has the 3 books.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
And
I
again,
felt
I
the,
don't
like,
say that harshly.
mm-mm.
Like, hey, he's doing but oh my god, look, it's a little Nautilus. Look
You
at
should be
him.
able to ride those.
What?
Yeah, you can ride those.
How do I
I
ride
don't.
it?
I think it's the same thing as like riding the gas.
What?
Or do you have to? Do you know? Do you have to hold? Do you have to like have a conch shell to ride the Nautilus, or can you just ride them?
Dude.
Wait, we're gonna
Dude.
consult the internet. You might have to have a conch shell to ride them. Yeah, I guess. To ride a Nautilus, we just tame it with pufferfish and then use a saddle. Tame it with pufferfish and then use a saddle.
Dude.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
guess.
We have cows and sheep right here
I
in
don't
the
know.
dark forest?
I feel like my gripes still would have been my gripes, even if I had read the book with the this is a baby author that independently published.
It's fair.
Because it's like ultimately it's not like I don't know, like my gripes are like I see the vision and I wish it was better.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish it was better because it would I don't know, like I feel like it needed a stronger editor or a publisher that would be able to like guide the focus of the story because it's like it is
Yeah,
a good story, it's a nice story,
but it kind of goes all over
but
the
I feel
place.
like
Yeah, that's how I
it
felt when I
needed
was
focus and like the the romance really like I knew that had romance elements, but it was like the whole first half I was kind of like nothing is here. And then it was like all of a sudden in one chapter, everybody was making comments about a romance, but I'm like, you haven't done anything. Like, so far, this has just been two people who are getting along as coworkers
Yeah.
and friends. Like, they're building a friendship, but I'm not seeing anything romantic as of yet. But everybody else around them is making comments, and it kind of felt like that you can't have a friend that isn't romantic.
Mhm.
Because yeah. So it made me feel
I don't know, I feel like
irritated.
yeah, I felt like the romance just was like put in because
Like, yeah, it was well, and
somebody
then it was like
asked
when I
for it.
got right, and then I got to the end of the book, and I was like, okay, if the last two chapters of this book had been asking the other one of them asking the other out for the picnic date, and that's where the romance starts. So the end of the book, we've gotten through all these other things, and now it's kind of like, okay, going forward, we're gonna kind of pursue maybe a romance.
Mhm.
But it was like where it started felt rushed,
Mhm.
and then it was like other things were happening, so it got put on the back burner. But we were, yeah, I don't it, and then I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm also ace and I'm neurodivergent. So like, is somebody who is not either one of these things or one or the other of these things going to be reading this entire situation completely differently?
I am not arrow nor ace, and I was like, maybe I'm just dense?
I
Because
didn't
to me,
No,
get
it
it
was
also
point.
felt like there's nothing, there's nothing, there's nothing. Oh, quick, it's supposed to be a romance. Let's throw this in.
Yeah. It,
yeah.
I didn't understand why we like randomly in the middle of all this mess we're gonna just throw in a tiny romance. I'm okay towards the end, and then if you want to write not the prequel, but like on the third book, if the third book wasn't a prequel and it was just like another one off of the first book,
It's
you know what I
just the
mean?
romance.
Yeah.
and it's just like them developing something now, then yeah,
Oh,
Mhm.
I would
okay
have been
with
so
it
down for
starting
that.
at the end. I would be great. Romance started towards the end. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would have been so down for that. Oh,
But
Sky
in
says
the
puffer
Yeah,
fish.
because
middle,
Hi,
it like
Sky.
yeah, because it felt, and especially like, because spoilers, guys. Um,
spoilers.
the
Spoiler
re
alert.
spoilers, the rebuild. So it's like they have the romance started, and the rebuild happens, and she builds two separate rooms, and then making her a co-business owner. I'm over here like, what the fuck are you doing? This is like all things that shouldn't be happening in this order, like starting a baby relationship, moving them in, and making them your co-business partner. It's like I feel like moving them in, being the business partner, and then further down the line, then you're developing an actual romance
Yeah.
after you've built this strong foundation of friendship would have made more sense instead of the like now it's kind of well now you've started a relationship very quickly and done like all these other steps very quickly. So it's kind of like if something goes wrong,
You're borked.
you've done a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's like you've done a lot of stuff in a very tiny pocket. And it's like it's a book, it's fiction. Like they're not gonna have relationship problems because it's a book and it's fiction and it's only like 300 pages. But the reality of life is this is all like this is a fine problem brewing if something were to go wrong or you guys have a tiff, like what's gonna happen?
Trust me, I know.
So yeah, I think I would have liked it being like we got to the end, we've established a friendship, we established we're like building this layer because then it feels like it then makes the we've built trust as coworkers and trust in the business. It makes it feel shallow because now we're romantically like attached to each other.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could have
So it's like
done. I could have been perfectly content with friends running a bookshop
Yeah,
or a
me too.
coffee
yeah,
shop. I mean,
yeah,
like I can understand the offering them like part ownership because they, especially Cal. Like I
yes. No, that
understood
makes
offering
sense.
it to Cal more than. I mean, even I could understand offering it to them in the sense that Viv does not have any way to pay them back.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, not to the level that they, pitched
Yeah,
in
with
for her.
Cal, like, oh my god, yeah, with
Yeah,
Cal, jeez.
Cal is amazing.
Yeah. I forgot the little, the baker.
Thimble,
What's his name?
Thimble, I
Thimble.
love
Thimble.
Yeah,
I
Thimble.
love
like,
Thimble. He
Thimble
was
is
my
oh,
favorite.
easily
The
like
minute,
the best part of the book.
yes,
he was just so sweet, and I'm just like, we need to like protect this little guy.
I
I want to
loved.
know where he was cooking beforehand. Like, was he just
Right.
in his own little kitchen?
That's where I was
And
gonna go
making
next.
things,
Is like
yeah, for
I
Viv.
wish we knew more about Thimble beforehand, because like,
Mhm.
why is Thimble so withdrawn?
Yes.
Like, I
Like, yeah,
get that he's a ratkin.
how are ratkins? Yeah, how are ratkins treated in the world? Because they do make a point to say how Cal's race is treated in the world, but they don't say anything about how ratkins are treated.
Correct. And again, it felt like either a forgotten bit, a chopped bit, or a rushed bit.
Mhm.
Hmm. Well, if we hadn't introduced the rest of the party, we could have better embellished the characters that we were already committed to.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel like the only value they brought was again during the rebuild to help pay for the rebuild.
Yeah. And I feel like that could have been done other ways. Like you,
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh
I
shit.
Oh no.
No,
feel
no, no,
like
no, 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 no,
you,
no, 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 child, no, 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 no. No.
Run, pumpkin, run!
No. No, coward, I do not run anymore. At least, not this week, I don't. Um,
Like the dwarf character, I didn't mind him being introduced because he kind of kept coming back. But like, I couldn't figure out whether she actually got along with her party or not.
Right,
Because
yeah,
it
I
felt like
was
the
confused.
author couldn't decide whether she had gotten along with her party or not. Because it was like, it's like you make like, yeah, you blow them off and make it feel right from the get-go that you aren't close with them. You don't tell them anything, you just leave. And then it's like you clearly don't trust your party members, but they trust and believe in you enough that at the drop of a hat they're going to come help you.
mm-hmm.
But then when they do show up, it's kind of like, well, none of them seem to really get along with the one guy at all.
I think he was an elf or something, right?
Yeah, Fennis.
It was like a stone, yeah, it was like
Stone.
a
No, no,
stone
they
elf
got
or
along with the
something.
stone fae. They did not get along with the elf.
Yeah, I thought it was the
Okay,
elf.
Because they went the arrogant elf route.
yes. Who ends up just being a right knob. And it's kind of like, yeah, it was like that, the switch out from the magical being the big bad to him all of a sudden being the big bad was kind of like,
Also felt like a little bit of a... didn't know which direction he wanted to go.
I'd be curious if what he wrote had been longer and it was just we have to make it shorter for publishing purposes and just the wrong pieces got chopped out because then it disrupted the flow, or if it was kind of like that from the beginning.
Hard to say.
Right. I mean, Chicky read the other one. We can always ask them about
Oh,
the second book.
did you?
Chicky did say that she read the other book, if I remember correctly,
Oh.
in our chats.
Yeah, Chicky, I would love to hear your take on this. Like, are we just being fuddy-duddies?
We're just picky. None of us have written a book or published anything, so we're being critically picky.
I really just, I don't know, because when I was reading it, I just felt like it was all over the place. Like, I didn't, like, it was just, I don't know. It just felt all over the place. And I didn't understand why, like two of my friends.
I wanted to be editing it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I felt like I should be editing. Like, I felt like I was a beta reader.
Mm-hmm. And the author is
instead
asking for
of
advice or something.
Yeah, it was like because it was kind of like I was reading
Right.
through it and it was like my brain was very much like I'm holding a published book, so I should be getting a finished published work, but I feel like I'm reading a fanfic. And like not to say that I haven't read some absolutely amazing fanfics that clearly have a very dedicated and knowledgeable editing team and they all like combine forces to release a really, really good, strong fictional work. But it's like that's probably one in like 300 that I read. And the other 300, it's like, no, I'm reading a baby author or an author who just does this for fun. They don't have an editor, or maybe they have a training editor or something like that. And it's
Right.
like, you're just going to get patches where it's like, yeah, that's the nature of reading a unprofessional, not unprofessional, but like
A non-published work now.
An indie
yeah, a
work.
non-published work, amateur work, I guess.
So you've read all three, Chicky. So did you enjoy them, please? And don't feel like you will be harshed on if you did. Like,
Like, because I know for me,
I would love to hear the
there's
opinion of
some
someone
parts,
who loved it and what you loved about it.
right?
Honestly.
Yeah. I have one friend who really loved all three, and so and I was like, oh, I'll pick it up, kind of deal.
Right, like it came so highly recommended, and I think that's why my hopes were so high.
Right?
Because everybody I talked to loved it so much. And I think it just wasn't, maybe I went in with my expectations too high. Like, I don't care if you have critical reading skills. Tell me what you enjoyed about it.
You can also just say we're being knobs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said, are we being fuddy-duddies? Like, call us
Yeah,
out.
like, please tell us.
Like, seriously, the whole time I'm reading this book, I'm like, am I bitter? Am I jaded? What's wrong here? Everybody talks about how much they love this book. Why am I not?
The fob in me doesn't understand sometimes.
I also like,
Oh.
I know I have a very large mental vocabulary, even though I struggle to verbalize my vocabulary. I have a very extensive and expansive knowledge of words. And I was reading through it, and some of the word choices just completely ripped me out of it.
Athenaeum. That one would rip me out of it every time.
What was it?
The Athenaeum. Athenaeum? Athenaeum? The library. The fancy word for library.
Oh, the fancy library.
Oh, I thought it was an academy. I didn't know it was a library. I thought there was a library in the academy.
Yeah, I thought it was an academy.
So there's the Thalmic school where Hem was at.
Oh, okay, it's two
But
different
she
things.
talked about going to the Athenaeum, and she was pleased that the school had one.
Okay.
And
so Chicky said they liked Viv and the side characters more than they liked the love interest.
Fair enough. Absolutely valid.
I think I would have liked. I mean, I liked the character. I can't remember her name, which is sad. Because I definitely wrote it down. Yes, I like her character, and I like the concept of like her having more value
that's
than just what her race is.
It's gone now. Okay.
Like, I like the plot line of, everyone valuing and beginning to value and treat her as more than her race. And I would have liked to have heard more of her backstory, which I think is what frustrated me so much about the immediate, now we're going to put her in a romantic relationship.
Yeah. I think that's genuinely what kind of got me with it too.
In the third book, it follows Radkin bookshop owner from the second book.
Okay, so their books are expanding on the world. I don't hate that.
It might be a very ZD coded goblin creature.
I love that.
I've never met ZD, and I need ZD to come into one of our campaigns.
No, Chicky, you're good. We were on the fence about reading any more of them.
You're good. Don't worry about it. I have no problem with hearing spoilers. Because that will either solidify whether I want to read it or I won't.
Mind you, we will probably all forget it, so.
That too. I do have the memory of a goldfish. But that does kind of... You little green buggers.
Trying to stretch my arm out.
I'm gonna have to have it out with you, aren't I? Ow!
Apparently.
That's it. Get over here. You and I are having it out. Give me that rotten flesh. Make me work for it. Lord, I'm gonna eat.
Like I said, the other two books, it might just be like a filler read when I don't know what I want to read kind of deal after a book I've finished or something. Because I'm always trying to find something to quote unquote read / listen when I'm working.
That's true. I might pick up like the audiobooks. Like catch the audiobooks on Libby.
Yeah.
I love Libby.
No problem. Honestly, I forgot a lot of them as well, but I remember the characters for the most part. I think that's like the important part, isn't it?
One of.
It
Like,
was
the chip
an
of the story.
enjoyable
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hate that.
I definitely like. I think because I even the one I put a tag in my page of the one, but they were like they said they called the shop modern and forward thinking, and I was just like,
Oh no.
yeah, I was kind of like,
That's
this
all
is
I
not.
when you said that, I said, "Oh no."
I'm like, I'm like, I feel
You're
like I
totally
just read
the starter.
a poster, I just read an ad or
And
something,
yeah.
modern and forward thinking, and I was like, so like I put a tag in the book for that one, and then I know the other ones that bothered me was, and now like I read a lot of gutter uh, romance novels, and I read things that are not for everyone. So I came across they use the word euphoric to describe the pain of her burns as she's like,
Yeah.
trying.
That
And
was
then what was the other one?
odd.
And I was just I was just like, while you are dictionary correct that these are words used in these kinds of contexts.
I
However,
feel
this
like
is
the
not
the
the
thesaurus was
context.
far too often used.
Well, and then I was sitting there and I was like, okay, you do just read a lot. You read a lot of questionable stuff. So maybe your brain is just polluted to only think that way. I'm like, maybe somebody else doesn't think that way. But when I read these words, I was like, so this is the wrong kind of fiction for this to be in here. Like, I'm like, well, yes, the pain of burns can be euphoric. I don't think this is the correct context for that.
No.
Nor the correct age bracket for that.
Oh yeah, it is considered a YA, isn't it?
Mhm. I think so.
And then the one of the party members comes in and they describe it as enjoying the wet work, and I'm like, okay, I have read the Mafia fanfics. I know what you mean. Did you know what you meant when you wrote that down? Because I am now way concerned that that has entered the chat.
Sky has said, "Phil."
I am. I will admit it. My hashtags are between me and God.
An enjoyable potato chip of a story. See? Like, I'm genuinely glad you enjoyed it.
I don't hate it. I don't feel like the read was a waste of my time, but I also
Sounds like
don't
Hanky's
care
ready
to
to
own
come
it.
in, so I will be right back, folks.
What happened?
Hank's outside and he's ready to come in, so I'm gonna go let him in
Oh,
real quick.
I didn't know he
I'll
was
be
outside.
right back. Yeah, he's been out since
Mother.
before I sat down to try and do this.
Oh my god.
He's not upset about it. Like, legitimately, I feel like if Hank had his choice, he would live outside.
Ah. All right, I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I have to get my
Hi,
lunch
Cheshi.
ready.
How can I help you, sir? I want a
Love
stone
me.
cutter, but I have yet to find any... Stone cutter would help. This little...
You're in intermission still.
I shouldn't be. Should be back. Hi, Hanky.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. We're just running along. Running a very
I mean, I
long
am.
lag, huh?
Yeah, Twitch does lag.
That
And
does
I've
need to be
got.
a sticker. My hashtags are between me and God. We should start a chat. Or like a Discord channel that's just like the old quotes channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah, stuff like that. That we can turn into buttons or pins or stickers or whatever.
Who just groaned?
Hanky, because I'm rubbing his
Is
ear.
that him? Oh,
He
it's
says,
good.
oh, that's the
Good.
good spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you're the one smushing your head into my hand.
Oh my gosh. So I bought
Oh, boy.
the furry nieces toys for Easter,
Yeah.
and Zoe. I saw Zoe. The other Kona got hers gifted via owner, but Zoe, I was actually over to give it to her myself,
Mm.
and I got her like a bouncy chew ball, but it's designed that you can put treats in as like a puzzle.
Oh, yep. I know I think
Yeah,
I know pretty much exactly which one you're talking about because I think Rook has the same one.
yeah. Well, she had it. So I gave it to her, and she was so excited about it. So I gave it to her, and she went from like Mach 5, running around the house, barking, having all this energy, to she took it, immediately went to the couch and started chewing on it with the full and single-minded attention and focus of I'm going to rip this to shreds. And
Mm.
within 5 minutes, she had gotten a prong undone and was taking it off piece by segmented piece.
How are you
So
guys coming up
I
so dang
expect
fast?
I expect that it is now destroyed and in the trash today. But yeah, it was just just the pure focus of this is what I'm doing now, and the intent
Oh,
of she was
shite,
just pulling
shite,
pieces off.
shite. Gotta breathe, gotta breathe. That's important.
Yeah, that's important.
Breathing is
Like
important.
she was just pulling them off and then like spinning them out and
Oh,
making a
there's
little
two
pile
of you
next to her
buggers.
of the pieces of this toy.
First off, another one of these.
Well, breakfast is made for tomorrow,
I need
but
one
my
of
lunch,
these.
I don't know what I want to make.
Want
Yeah,
that
I
iron.
have no food for work tomorrow.
Nope.
I'm just gonna
Hanky. Sir.
actually I have baked potatoes, so if I take my leftover baked beans into work tomorrow, I can make a baked potato and have baked
Sir.
potato and beans.
For making this difficult, good sir. Let this be over. Is it? I saw. There it is. Alright. These zombies aren't gonna know what came for them.
Mm.
Come and get me, bugger. Oh wait, are you stuck in the bubble column? Come and get me, bruh. Come and get me. Come and get me, bruh. You won't. Alright, anyway, this... oxygen. Did I lose everyone?
No.
No.
Okay.
Combing through my thoughts. I was trying to figure out if there was anything else that, like, about the book.
Hold on.
I like Viv as a character.
I wish we had. Ow, Hank. I love you, but you're working on getting me squished. I wish that we had seen more of her personal risk versus just being told about it. Like, she talks about not wanting to go back to being, like, a bloodthirsty mercenary. But we really only get a glimpse of that in that first prologue.
Right, and that was like a monster. It wasn't even like she alludes to like doing other things, and it's kind of like, well, we only knew you as a monster hunter.
Right. And there are a lot worse things you can do. Not that we would know anything about that. Or...
They introduced a party member that basically just was outright like, yeah, I enjoy torturing people. And it's just like, and everyone else is just like, yeah, that's so and so. And you're like, I'm reading about a fictional coffee shop and trying not to overanalyze the fact that they have a freaking espresso machine and nothing else.
Yeah, where's the drip coffee at?
Yeah. Like, or yeah, like the drip coffee or a French press or a pour over. Like, nope, we went straight and exclusively to espressos. And mail order catalog. I was just like, where did the mail order catalog come from? I really need to know.
Let me in the door, come on. And let me in. Okay. Underwater mining is dangerous. But so lucrative. I'm just gonna...
I think my brain like literally made me forget about the mail order catalog.
Gives me 12
I was
pieces of
just
iron.
so. I think it was just such a random thing. And then I'm like trying to figure out the logistics of how you have a mail order catalog and pictures. Like, it had pictures in it. So it's like, okay, so is someone sitting down and hand illustrating a mail order catalog, or do you have a printing press? Because nowhere else in this entire plot have you shown that printing presses are a thing. Like,
there is a lot left to just be assumed.
The mail order catalog really threw me for a loop. And then, like, yeah, I was a nerd and was nosy and had to look up when the espresso machine was designed, and we had a lot of other technology before the espresso machine was designed, and there was a lot of other ways to drink coffee up to that point. So why has no one heard of coffee and we immediately have gone to an espresso machine?
Okay, yeah, so I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you should make a thing about the beans being more rare and therefore far more expensive than 1 bit for a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Or
like,
sorry,
and
a
you gotta
half bit for
transport
a
it
cup of
there.
coffee.
Yeah, like, and it's gonna take you forever to like get them ordered in. Or yeah, I was like, you're asking me to suspend a lot of disbelief, and I struggle with that. And I don't know if I struggle with that because I actively world build and I have to have everything solved in my brain because I'm a perfectionist. Or
us being perfectionist world builders? What are you talking
yeah,
about?
it's kind of like
What is that?
I want a house
What's
with stilts
that?
because I saw it and it looks cool, and I'm having to completely reorient the entire globe to justify the weather, to justify the fact that the houses are on stilts. Like,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's so weird. This just
I
what?
want a desert. I want a
Who
desert
would
over
do
here, but I want a
that?
tropical jungle that floods
Who
over
would
here.
do
And
such
how,
a thing?
like, how does the weather work to make this logical?
Who would do such a? Clearly not. No, no.
No. So yeah, I'm like the average person who doesn't sit here and go, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, the average person isn't going to look up the history of the espresso machine. They're just going to be like, oh, coffee, and move on with their lives. And the air vent was also kind of, because like she was so fascinated by Cal figuring out the fan system, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like, but you were in a gnomish city, and you're touting the ingenuity of gnomes, and you have an espresso machine. You had to have seen a building that had a circulating fan. Like, you had to have.
Had to have.
But why are you sitting here like, oh, this is such an ingenious, astounding thing to have figured out? I was just
Like you said, it's a lot of belief to be uh
mm-hmm. I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I need to like disclaimer that it's not me being vindictive of this book and this author. I am this picky about everything I read.
I know.
Short of like my my smut novels, but it's like,
I know.
look here, I'm reading the smut novels because I'm not reading it for the plot, and I'm not reading it for the world uh, building. I am reading it because every now and then you need to read someone getting thrown up against the wall and then having a really good night.
Right.
Coming from the ace person.
I know. I read filth. I don't have to put myself in the position of reading the filth.
You mean experiencing the filth?
I don't have to hear it, smell it, feel it, none of it. It is all just figment of my imagination.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing to say.
Because like even when I'm reading things and they'll like put words in there that are sound descriptors, my brain just goes, nope, that's not, nope, mm-mm.
You don't
We
like the
are just,
squelching noises?
no.
All right, so more
Dying.
auditory descriptors. Good to know.
Oh my god, I am dying over here.
Like,
So I did actually like make a little what you call it? Graphic, I suppose. I made a little
mhm.
oops.
A little like
A little
review
book
thing.
review, yeah. See here, let me pause this for a moment. Moist. Yeah, Sky says moist.
Hello.
Ah, that one doesn't bother me. That one does not bother me. I don't like the word juicy.
Juicy?
Juicy.
Yeah, I don't like that word. That word kind of. But no, I am not bothered by the M word. Apparently, my father is. Apparently, he doesn't like that word.
Huh.
Blue, I think you farted in my room. I'm about to kick you out now.
Ugh, I have to sort W's and M's.
Oh, I hate that.
Book review.
Blue, do you
Oh
need to
wow,
go
it got
outside?
big. Big.
Blue, do you
So
need to go
yeah, so
outside?
like I didn't despise the book overall. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I would I was thinking it would be a book I would probably recommend to like my nibbling in a couple years. Because
Yeah,
like it would be
not a terrible
about
book.
no, it's not a bad book. There's not it's got some character building in it, and it would be like a nice entryway into fantasy adventure without like okay, you're gonna tackle Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Yeah,
Because
because that's a
I
lot.
haven't really read. Yeah, it's like if I were to like recommend a adventure book, I read some pretty dense adventure books, so I don't really have an entry level recommendation. I feel like this is an entry level recommendation. You get a little bit of like fantasy elements in there and different race building and
I liked the use of the succubus versus a tiefling.
well, tieflings are copyrighted, aren't they?
They are.
I didn't know that.
So yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
word is copyrighted.
tieflings belong specifically to Wat C, which is why we have changelings, much to certain people's chagrin. But, you know, I didn't want Wat C to walk in and say, "Hi, that's our book now."
Right.
Because that's essentially what happens.
Oh, you're doing well. Guess what? You're using our word.
It's ours now.
We would like an annual payout for using our word. Like D&D Mafia.
Yeah. Yeah, they basically give you two choices. Sign your rights over as, like, it's now a Wat C book, and you get piddly royalties, or you have to pay them a chunk of royalties. It's you need a house.
I get halfway through sorting through these beads and I'm like, wait, am I pulling out the M's or the W's?
Yes.
Because I have done that
I did
before.
the same.
I've gotten halfway. I went halfway and I was like, my brain said, oh, you're pulling out all the M's. And then I was like, okay. And it somewhere in the middle, I swapped and I was pulling out all the W's instead. So I still had a handful of W's and M's that I needed to sort.
Isn't it just a matter of how you string them?
No, the W's are more spread and the M's are very square. So it's like two straight lines and a V in the middle of the straight lines for an M, whereas the W is two V's, if that makes sense.
I will say yes.
Okay, I will take a picture. If I
I'm pretty
was
sure I
to
get what you're
make
saying.
if I was to make a word with all of the same and have like internal consistency, no, technically I feel like I could argue no, those are all W's or no, those are all M's. But if I'm not paying attention, you would definitely be able to tell where those M's don't match each other or those W's don't match each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Focus. in general.
Of course. That was sick. Okay. I have iron. Why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for sure. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Hey, while you're up,
Yeah.
no, Six is in the kitchen.
Ah.
There should be.
What? What?
Look up and you're like doing an ice cream container. Like you're like in trouble or something.
No,
Sneaking ice cream.
me. Ow.
There's baggies up there. There's plastic baggies. I think on top of the tissue paper. It's like a bag of bags. Yes, I need that. Thanks. There's not. I have a missing letter bag. Jay. I know I have a bag of J's. There's a bag.
Oops.
You know, I have a fanfic series that I've been reading,
Uh-huh.
and they have been working on this series for 2 years, 2.5
Forever.
years,
Okay.
and it's one of those like I came across it and I liked the first couple, and then I really like locked in and subscribed to the series, and I'm at least one of the first readers every single time the author drops a chapter and all that kind of crap. Like that's how committed I got to reading it.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that like where they've taken the characters from canon, because they pretty much went, I didn't like the last 3 episodes of the show, so I'm going to fix the conversations that needed to be fixed, and then we're going to carry the characters out into the future.
Okay.
And I really like where they took the characters.
Mhm.
So my brain's been like, no, that's true. Like that's fact now. Other fanfics that get written that don't have the characters behaving this way are wrong. And like I just live in my own little happy canon over here that's not real. But and it would have been totally fine, except they actually released a spin-off show and some of the characters are in the spin-off show. And the just slap in the face of, oh, that's what canon was like. Like, that's how they acted in the show. I'm over here in my little, like, we've had growth and development and maturity, and you're just kind of an asshole in the show.
Oh no.
It's so sad. I'm like, I can't do that. And then I was like, it's gotten so bad. And like one of the characters is an alcoholic in the show.
Okay.
And it's like a reoccurring problem of, you know, other people wanting them to stop or at least wanting to manage it better, and that like causes a lot of problems, it causes a lot of conflict, and it kind of, you're like, going forward, the only way this is going to get better is if you seriously commit to drop all those letters, like you seriously commit to stopping drinking alcohol. Otherwise you're continually in a loop. You're gonna be fighting over the same thing, and you're gonna do this again and all that stuff. So it's like the TV show just kind of dropped it off at the end of where, you know, they kind of hint that he's going to go through a program, and they leave it at that. But it's like all of the fanfics from that point onwards have him going through a program of some kind, whether it's like, okay, we're going to tackle the fact that he relapses and we're going through that, or, you know, he's going to get through it and move forward. He's not going to drink at all. That's like all of the fanfics have taken that vein.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I mean, I don't want to say all of them, because there are other ones that it's like they're not happy fix and it doesn't get solved and it causes problems, or, you know, other things end up happening. But pretty much most of the fanfics take it as, you know, he goes to therapy, he goes through programs, and it like helps him work through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show has him in a party, and they have their own brewing company, and he's got a bottle of beer, and I'm just sitting there like, please tell me it's a non-alcoholic beer. Like, the entire fandom has united on the fact that he doesn't drink any longer, and you just put him in the show at a party with beer in his hand, and you're trying to convince us that they're good, even though that was like kind of the point of contention, and it broke them up several times.
I mean, they gotta
So I'm
rage
just
bait
like,
y'all somehow.
yeah. But it's like, no, we developed, we grew, we matured from this. Why are we doing this? Like, fanfics are better. Actually, I have a couple. Like, that was, so the thing is like, that one, there was a gap. There was like a 2-year gap before they released the second season, and it's a spin-off, so it's only like there's one character that carries over, and then they've had a couple like little cammy pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, they brought all new characters in. But then like another one, they released the first season, and then like 8 months later they released the second season,
Mm-hmm.
and the fandom collectively went no.
Mm.
Like, there's one couple in the where like the fandom was like, okay, yeah, you teased this couple in the first season, and we wanted this couple to get together, so we're going to keep that plot line even though you didn't do enough, so we're going to make it better. But that is it. Like, the collective fandom just went, no, we just completely threw that out. We don't acknowledge it. We don't accept it. Like,
Y'all ruined your chances.
yeah, it was bad writing. It was bad writing, and it was kind of like, okay, it was the whole like character development, and then we're gonna go back to square one and have you basically do the exact same character development, only we're not going to justify why your character regressed at all.
I hate that.
And it was like, yeah, and it was like they killed the main villain at the end of the show, who is despicable, like a outright killed him, dead on the floor, bleeding, like bled out, dead, pronounced dead. And then somehow it was all just fake, and he actually has healing powers and is back to ruin everyone's life again in the second season. And characters who knew what he did and knew he can't be trusted are like, nope, I'm going to trust him and I'm going to take his deal because he's not going to double cross me. And it's just like, there was the whole,
That was
what?
the whole
Like,
point.
there was the whole point. Like, he was such a despicable, disgusting kind of human being. Why on earth are you doing this? So it's like, not only was it an irritating plot, but then you're making me hate characters that I love because
They're making
the
silly
character
choices.
yeah, and it's like the character that you were last season, you would not be making this choice. So why are you making this choice?
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a very frustrating. I have a lot of G's. Where's the bag for G's? There it is.
Was going to turn this little plateau into my new home. And then I kind of hecked it up by digging into the gravel and not paying attention to how deep I was digging. So then I put a giant hole in the plateau I was going to build on.
I mean, you could just put a layer over top and act like there isn't a hole underneath it.
I'm going to, but I'm going to even it out a little bit first.
I finally got to the point in my Minecraft building journey that I can just leave the hole under there.
Why is the
and
rum
not
always
fill
gone?
it in completely.
Take a drink.
Oh, I don't have anything to drink. Wait, I got some tea. I'll
I
drink
have
tea.
bubble water.
See, I'm debating opening the bubble water.
So, the bubble water from Aldi, I can drink that pretty I don't think there's, I need to double check if there's aspartame in it or not before summer kicks in and I start guzzling it like a camel. For the average person, aspartame is not bad. For me, it is bad. It triggers migraines.
Yeah, I had a friend that it gave them like volatile nausea.
Ooh.
To be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I get where you're going. But I have learned if I take about 4 ounces of just flat tap water, and I mix one of those drink packets that are meant for like the 16-ounce bottles, and then I take the bubble water and I add it to that, I get my own flavored pop. It works very well when you get the Crush orange powder and you put it with like either the grapefruit, the lemon, or the orange bubble water. You basically get an orange soda.
I have accidentally ended up on a Monster kick. Like, I haven't drank Monster since high school, and I've had like 4 cans within 3 weeks. No, more than that. I think I drank like 3 cans of Monster over in a marathon weekend alone, and then I picked it up at least a couple other times since then. But it was just like, I've been so good. Like, I've gone so many years without drinking Monsters, and just in one fell swoop. But it's like, must have Monster all the time now.
I never got into the Monster kick.
I drank Monsters and Rockstars, and I don't think Rockstar is even a brand any longer.
Oh, I haven't seen one in forever.
Yeah, I don't think they're around anymore.
See, I tend to like do iced coffee.
That was my caffeine of choice most of the time, but it was like I knew I wasn't gonna have access to
coffee.
No, I wasn't gonna have access to a microwave to reheat my coffee. and I can't drink tepid coffee. Like, it's got to
Oh,
be
I can.
absolutely scalding, or it's got to be an iced coffee, and then I'm fighting the watery. It's just, I feel like either way, I'm wasting the drink.
Hmm.
Mm,
So because I didn't have access to the microwave to reheat hot coffee, I was like, well, I'll just pick up Monster
that's what
and
got you
have my
started on it
caffeine that
again.
way. Yeah, yeah. And then my body was like, oh, this is the good stuff.
I'll just and turn this into our bait. Saves me from having to. I do want this.
Mhm.
I am gonna dig out the
Oh,
after I
my mirror arrived.
your mirror.
My mirror from my Jeep. Did I tell
Ah,
you guys
good.
Oh
about my
yeah.
Yeah, yes. So I will put that on tomorrow. My dad has the right tools that I need for it. So,
Perfect.
yep.
Don't need no man.
Don't need no man.
Don't need no mechanic.
Asshole.
Who's strong, capable woman.
Well, and it was just like the way he was just so, because like I called, because I was just like a panic. I was in a panic. And so I called to be like, I'm looking A, to see if it's something that you guys are capable of doing,
Hmm.
and B, like, can I bring it? And they were basically like, well, you have to bring it by for us to look at it, and then we can tell you if we can or can't do it. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, I can bring it by and have you guys take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, well, what kind of vehicle is it? And I told him, and I'm like, it's an '09. And he's like, oh, well, we'll have to order a part in from the manufacturer, and that's if we can even find it and all this stuff. And it was just like, he was so just like
Condescending.
condescending
Yep.
about the fact that I'm driving an '09 vehicle.
Yeah,
And it
no.
was just like,
If you can't
yeah,
respect
it
that
was just,
I'm driving a vehicle that is almost vintage, get out of my
yeah,
face. I'm
yeah.
sorry,
And it
them
was like, and
vintage
it,
vehicles are running better than the new ones any day.
yeah. And it was just like, okay. So I hung up, and it was like the way he was being all like, well, if I can even find a part. And it was like, fine, then I'm going to open up online and the forums, and I'm going to find the part. Just because it's like, I know it's not going to be I've got to, mail order a part in.
I
And
mean, you could
yeah,
be
so like
trying
the
to find an
first,
alternator for my vehicle that's going to take like 2 to 3 months to
oh,
get here because I can only order them from overseas at this point because I stopped making them in the US.
yeah,
So yeah,
it's a mirror. I
yeah.
wasn't overtly, yeah, it's just a mirror. So like, I'm looking, and of course, like, I immediately get, I immediately get feeds and answers on my Google search. So it's like first part website I pull up, they have it, and they're charging $80 for it, which it's like $80, and my dad's like, just see if we can do it ourselves.
Hey, $80 ain't bad.
And it's like, yeah, $80 isn't bad to do it, and then just do it myself. So, but it was kind of like, okay, if I can find the part online for $80, that means the mechanic's probably gonna charge me at minimum 120, and then whatever labor ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was trying to like get an idea of what this repair cost would be. And then I was like, well, I'll pull up YouTube, and I'm gonna look on YouTube and see.
How hard it is
Because
to do.
generally I've got pretty good luck with my vehicle and looking on YouTube. And it was like first video that comes up, and I'm like, I open the window, and then I copy the link and I text it to my dad. And like, as I'm like texting him the link so that he can also watch the video, I'm listening to the video, and they're like, open the door, and here's these 2 bolts, And I'm like texting my dad, and I'm like, I swear if it's 2 bolts. And then I go, I'm still watching the video. And then by that point, I had finished up to the point where he pulled the old mirror off and he's installing the brand new mirror. And I'm like, it's 2 bolts. Like, that is it. You open the door, unscrew 2 bolts, the whole mirror comes off. You put the whole mirror back on and retighten the 2 bolts. That is it. That is, I'm like, this is easier than replacing my headlights or my tail lights or anything else that I already know how to do on my vehicle. Like, and then
I
it
was
was
gonna find
like
a good
the
point to
kicker.
jump off to go with the goofy. Here we
All
go.
right, and then like, and then it's like the kicker is, you know, the mechanic being all like, oh, if I can even find a part. So the part that I needed specifically for my vehicle, like when you're looking it up online, it will tell you all of the different models that this part goes to. So the part I'm looking at, it like goes the years and the models and the bodies, like all the different like body modifications for my kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
And do you want to take a stab at how many vehicles this mirror goes to?
Like 7.
So it goes to my model vehicle, every single variation and body modification version of my vehicle from 07 to 2017.
That tracks.
Every single one of those vehicles uses this exact same mirror.
If it
So
ain't
the
broke, don't fix
mechanic
it.
on right, and it's like I don't have turn signals or alert systems or anything like that, which is I figure what happened in 2018 is that they ran a wire and a sensor out into the mirror, and that's probably why it changed. But yeah, it's like I don't have any wires, I don't have sensors, I don't have any of that stuff. But yeah, it's 10 solid years in every single body type of my car that uses this mirror. And it was just like, and the mechanic on the phone giving me a hard time about having to order it from the manufacturer if he can even find it. Like, and then the YouTube link. Right. And then the YouTube video that I watched, which was the first YouTube video in the search results, had a link to Amazon to buy the mirror for $40.
Get good, bud.
I'm like, this is what happens when you're an asshole on the phone, is I learned how to do something and you don't get any of my money. Like,
right?
Because that was the other thing. It was like, man, I'm going to have to go to the mechanic for my mirror. And it's going to be nothing but, well, this is falling. Well, this is breaking off. Well, you're going to want this tuned up. Well, the sticker in your window says you're about 8 months past your oil change. Like, yes, technically the sticker says that, but my car is not actually 8 months past the oil change.
It makes a difference when you do it yourself in the driveway.
Well, I pay for somebody to do my oil change, but when I got the oil, because of the way the weather was behaving, the sticker didn't stick. So the sticker's in my wallet, where I see it every single time I open my wallet instead of being in my car. And the old sticker is still stuck in my car. So
that's fine.
And it's like I've been to the mechanics. All of my oils and fluids are up to date. It's just there's an old sticker in my car. I lost my A's. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, certain things I'm like, I will pay for a mechanic to do it so that the mechanic's insurance covers if something's done wrong. Because I've had a mechanic do my brakes wrong. And because they did my brakes wrong, it actually punctured the rim of one of my tires.
Oh, shiz.
Yeah, and they replaced all of that under the mechanic's insurance because I had to get a new tire. Right, but it was like I had to get a new tire, I had to get a new rim, they had to redo the brakes, the pads, the calipers, like all of it. And it fucked up my duct plate guard. So that also had to be replaced. Like it was a whole thing because they basically didn't tighten a bolt correctly.
Jesus.
And it was kind of one of those like, yeah, this is why I don't do it myself, because that would have been a lot of money to replace everything that was broke because of a bolt.
Mm-hmm. Need to start getting some food here real soon, otherwise I'm gonna have to go hunting for the animals that I'm planning to farm.
Could you go fishing?
Haven't run into any spider.
Mm,
And I don't think I added the wool to string for this one. My wheat's almost done. Just needs to hurry the heck up.
go kill a skeleton.
Go
Get
catch
yourself
an
some bone
Eevee.
meal.
I don't think they have Eevee in this game, Dell. I am thinking of doing a Pokemon challenge, though. Either a
I was
living
watching
dex or a
someone.
Nuzlocke. Hmm?
I watched someone did a Jurassic Park mod on Minecraft.
Oh, Cheez-Its.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. I'm like, I don't know if I could actually play the game, but it was very entertaining.
I would be open to doing, because like we can split our server.
Hmm
I would be interested in doing a modded server like that as like a weekend event.
hmm
Like we all plan to get on and just play all weekend. 0 out of 10 game refund. Rude.
Yeah, and then like I watched. Oh, I shared the Appalachia
Yeah.
Minecraft mod.
I like his
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, the textures on that tree mod
Yeah.
just, oh, it was
Yeah.
so beautiful. And I was like, man, I am jealous of whatever computer you've got that can do that,
Right?
because oh, it was beautiful.
Right? I'm very jealous.
Yeah, I got sucked into watching. I think I spent the whole weekend watching his videos.
I said they're good videos. He's a very talented person.
Hmm
And he has a heck of a team working with him.
Yes, yeah, it was, and like all the custom modding done. It's just, like,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of actually shocked. Like, I was disappointed that he doesn't have more videos out, but I was shocked by how many videos he does have out.
Yeah, he's
Given,
usually goes about once a month. And in case anybody
yeah,
doesn't
like
know who
given,
we're talking about Smitty King on YouTube. He's pretty awesome. You should check his stuff. I will give a shout out to that boy. Good boy. He got good heart.
I can trick myself. I'm learning things. Mhm.
We will probably most definitely spend it some direction. This gives us
Okay.
I need to get something to drink. I either need to make myself a fresh cup of tea, or I need to get myself a LaCroix or something. I probably should not drink alcohol.
probably not.
But I got expensive whiskey in there if I did decide to drink alcohol.
Whiskies?
Pour myself a finger. I have Woodford.
Bird is good.
I bought it. I did a bourbon infused baked beans.
Ooh.
They were. It's the first time I've ever made the recipe, so everyone had critiques, and we are gonna make amends for the next time I make the recipe.
Fair enough.
But they were good. They definitely. I'm not gonna sit down and eat a bowl worth of them because I think I would feel sick.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take the leftovers tomorrow and make a baked potato and dump them on the baked potato.
Okay.
But it was one of those like there's a lot of it. There's like it so it's got bacon, onion, garlic, barbecue sauce, ketchup, molasses, Worcestershire sauce, ground mustard, apple cider vinegar. It was a lot of like repetition and varying because it was like because when you look at barbecue sauce, it's like barbecue sauce has and brown sugar. So it's like when you look at barbecue sauce, it's like barbecue sauce is brown sugar, molasses, ketchup. Like it felt like I was just putting a lot of the same stuff in the pot. And then it cooked for 12 hours. But
Yum.
yeah, the general consensus was that I don't put the vinegar in next time. And kind of like order of operations cooking, like they had me cook the bacon, strain it out, and then caramelize the onions and the garlic in the bacon grease, and then dump all of it into the beans.
Okay.
And kind of the consensus is just cook the bacon and then add the bacon like halfway through the beans cooking. And not adding all the bacon grease in because it was like certain things were kind of competing, and instead of having a nice like complement to each other, some of the things were just like the vinegar came in really strong at the end, which for how little the recipe called for, I was kind of shocked of how strong the flavor was at the end. But apparently, like, because I don't cook with mustard, so apparently though mustard it does the same thing as the vinegar does. So it was like I'm putting mustard and vinegar in when I could have done one or the other, and the consensus is we'll do the mustard only next time and not do the vinegar. So it was they're not bad beans. It was a good first run, and it was a pretty solid recipe to be like, okay, here's our starting point, and now we're gonna start tweaking things and pulling things out and putting other things in. Like I had some prosciutto in the fridge, and I had thought about putting the prosciutto in instead of the bacon. But it was like I don't like modifying a recipe the first time I've made it. I generally try to follow a recipe exactly the first time, and then I'll do modifications. So I'm like, okay, well maybe
I'm horrendous.
one time. Yeah, I'll forget. So it's like if I tweak a recipe first right out of the gate, I'll forget what I did. And if it comes out really good, like I made a really, really good banana pudding one time. I have no idea how I did it. Like I have no idea how I did it because I didn't follow the recipe and I didn't write down what I did. So everyone loved it. Everyone said it how it was the best one they'd ever had. I have no idea how I did it. It's just like although I did sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving this year. Like I've been doing savory sweet potatoes, and half the family really loves the savory sweet potatoes, but then there's the sweet potato purists who want marshmallows and brown sugar.
Yeah, it's the only way my family will do them.
So I made a tiny casserole dish worth of sweet potatoes. And I know I threw spices in there that aren't normally in sweet potato recipes.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone really liked my sweet potatoes. So I'm like, okay, so I just gotta remember the spices I threw in there. Like, well, like most sweet potato recipes, they're just brown sugar and cinnamon and
Right,
butter.
right.
I used nutmeg and ginger
Ooh.
as well. Yeah. Uh, I put nutmeg, pretty much anything that calls for cinnamon, I put nutmeg in it just by default any longer. But
Valid.
I threw the ginger in there to give it um, a little bit of a brighter flavor. And
Fair.
everyone seemed to like it. So,
What are you doing?
oh, it's 11.
Weird.
Are we gonna pick
Pick our
another
new
book
book?
tonight?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it. All right, so let's do this. Switch to this. Put us on our big comfy couch.
Yeah.
Change categories real quick.
Are you gonna jump back on playing Minecraft? Well, you don't have to then.
Oh no, we'll probably pick our book and then we'll just chat for the night and I'll start whining.
Okay.
Because I shouldn't throw my sleep schedule off entirely.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Good book club. Okay, so we have 15 books on the list currently. Were there any books that anyone wanted to add on? Because I think I want to add.
I think
Geez knows.
thought I added. I'm not sure if I want to add this one to the the wheel or if I just want to put this on my personal list. But it's uh it's tagged as time traveler, Egyptian mythology, kind of based off like mummy premises,
Have my attention.
but it's a series. It's a series. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if we want to put another series on the list because
Well,
then
I
it
mean, we
feels
could
like
put
I'm
the
committed to a whole series.
first of. If we like it, then we put the
Usually,
second
yeah.
one. If we don't like it, then we don't put the second one.
Right, yeah.
That's fair.
Like for Legend, we put the first one on the list, but
Mhm.
not enough of us are interested in reading the sequel to put the second one on the list.
Okay. Well,
Technically, this one I'm throwing on is a series. They're like standalones within the world,
mhm.
so it doesn't matter what order you read them in.
Mhm.
Um. Ooh. Don't mind me.
I know I'm adding the other Bennett sister to my personal list.
The what?
The other Bennett sister, so Pride and Prejudice, that's the Bennett family,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and the middle daughter, Mary,
Oh,
someone
I
wrote
read.
a spin-off novel for her, and
Ooh.
they then went on and started making a mini series for it.
I wanted to see
And
the miniseries so badly. I haven't watched.
yeah, the mini series looks so good, and it's getting such a positive review, and it makes me want to read the book because if the miniseries is making this positive of a review, I'm
Right.
optimistic for the book
Yeah, same
because
here.
we know books are always better than the movies.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is
add
when
that.
all of her books happen within the same world.
Mhm.
Are we talking about Kingfisher?
Yes.
Which one are you putting on?
I went ahead and put Sword Heart on the list.
Oh, okay.
We'll start
I was
with
gonna say, I think didn't we? I think I just read that one. I don't remember.
okay. Well, we can
Yeah,
pick a different one. Paladin's Grace is
because isn't So Heart the one?
with the ghost sword.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
read that one. That one was my first introduction to her.
That that is the one that I recommend as the introduction to Kingfisher. Um, but I would be down for reading any of them from the world of the White Rat, which all of her books are in the world of the White Rat. So
Mm. Apparently, my brother is finishing his last Brandon Sanders book,
Wow, that's such a
and
long
he,
series.
oh yeah, no, he's having a full-blown crisis of I have nothing left. Like I have to wait. There's nothing to go next. Like he's got to wait for the I gotta wait for the
oof,
next book to be written,
oof.
Yeah.
and he's having a full-blown like breakdown.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I haven't started that whole series, but everybody keeps saying it's really good.
I
Yeah, he
would
got
be
my mom
interested
into
in it.
it, so
I would be
I think I
interested in
put one
read.
of the
You put one
I
of
I put
feel
his
like
one of
on there.
the
You
standalones.
put Tress of the Emerald Sea on here.
Hmm.
that's like a standalone one, if I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that would give me a snapshot of his writing style before I commit to all of it.
Right. I started. Well, I didn't start. It was a while back before I met this group. Essentially, one of his like YA books.
Mm.
Hmm.
Can't remember which one it is anymore.
Save the.
No.
Say my wheel spinner never stays full. It'll be like, here, blank wheel spinner, put it all back on there again.
Oh, I found it again. Um,
Did your hubby end up reading the book?
he did not. Um, he was. He was. Um, what's the word I'm
He did
looking
not seem
for?
overjoyed.
Especially when I started reading it and went, "What the heck? What the heck?
Ah.
What the heck?"
That's one that I almost wish it was like a buddy read because I feel like it would have been quite hilarious to be in the same room at the same time reading it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I would have got derailed really fast.
So the one of the Brandon Sanderson's book I read was Stillheart.
Okay.
Hmm.
That that one was the first one that I got introduced to his book. So it's actually pretty good. To tell you the
I
truth.
I'm gonna sound like a heathen. I have never actually read a Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, that one was
I
my
have
first
not
one because
either.
my roommate had it. So yeah, my roommate
To
had
be
it, and so
clear,
I'm like,
all
okay, I guess I'll read it. I
like
have been
Mistborn is good. We
really.
could put
I
Mistborn on the list.
I want to start. I have 3 of the books of the Mistborn, so one of my friends bought those for me. But I am
see.
stuck
Do you
on
have any
Dungeon
books you
Crawler.
want to add to the spinner?
Yes, Sky or Chicky,
Or
but
Dell?
no.
Or anyone?
Oh yeah, I was like, is Del? Yeah, they're on too. I was like, I didn't know who's all actually on. No, I am stuck on the Dungeon Crawler Carl books or that series, right?
I I my aversion to following the trend is kicking in really hard with those.
It's really
It's
freaking
gonna be a
good.
while. It's
I'm
gonna be
going.
a while for my
It's really, really good. So if you ever want to borrow it, I would. The red. You
noted.
always
Red
want to
Sister?
tell
What's
us to
Red
read the Red
Sister?
Sisters. I think I read book 1 of Red Sisters, to tell you the truth, and
What is
I
Red
need
Is
to
that
read.
the
Sister?
Assassin's book this guy kept trying to get us all to read?
Yes, I think so.
By Mark Lawrence?
Yeah, a young girl who enters a coven where the girls are selected to train in religion, combat, or magic. Nona is
Okay.
selected to learn combat and find herself in the center of an epic battle for an empire on the outer reach of a dying universe.
Assassin Nuns. Oh, I'm here for
Yes,
it.
yeah. This
Okay.
is the Assassin Nun one that.
Okay, so that one's going on the randomizer.
So I was reading that, and then I think I was reading something else, and the worlds were almost so similar that I got confused. So I think I have to reread the
Mm,
Red Sister.
fair enough. Well, good reason.
I've
Good.
had
Good
that.
reason for it to be on the list for us.
Yeah.
Any others? That gives us 19
Mm,
for the wheel.
no, I think I need to research. I feel like I need to put some like horror books on my TBR, but I have to research to find something interesting right now.
Tony would be down for horror books.
Well, like I've read a couple Stephen Kings, but I haven't read like the
Ooh,
the Stephen Kings.
Alright.
So I'm like I haven't read
I'm
It
adding
or The
that to the
Shining or
list.
any of those.
I went through a Stephen King kick in high school.
Yeah. Kevin loves the Dark Tower series.
It's one of those books that I started reading it and then my access to the book was taken away because I stopped hanging out with that person anymore.
Mm.
So I never got to finish it.
The
I
Dark
have
Tower series?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I technically have read a Stephen King novel, but it's actually a fantasy novel that he wrote. It's not one of his horror novels.
Ah,
So,
So
one of
yeah,
his fantasy
I have
ones are really good. I
I
really
went
like one of them. I can't
I went
remember.
through a Stephen King kick in high school where I was going to read through a bunch of his horror books. And by the third one, I was like, these are following a formula.
well, yes.
They all
You
have
don't.
the same underlying formula, and now I'm bored. And that
Oh,
was
that's
when I
fair.
discovered that Stephen King kicks out horror to pay for his fantasy and science fiction novels.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember reading or watching something where he said something like that. So
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm here for it, man. I love it. You do you, boo.
Well, right. And I'm like, I don't care to read every Stephen King novel out there, but like
Mm-hmm.
I've watched it and I've watched Misery. So I'm kind of like, I feel like I should read the books too, since
Mm-hmm.
I watched the movies.
Mm-hmm. I did. I remember Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot, I actually threw the book across the room. Cujo made
Yeah,
me
I've done that before.
sob.
See, I
Like,
don't think I could watch Cujo. I or watch or read. I don't think I could do that one.
I read it. I read it. I have never watched it. I will not watch it. But reading it, I sobbed. Because I owned a Saint Bernard at the time, and I'm just holding him and snuggling him and sobbing. Like, everybody else saw a horror, I saw a tragedy.
Mhm.
It was a tragedy. Vaccinate your dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Vaccinate your pets, please. Dogs, cats, horses, the whole 9 yards. Vaccinate them.
Well,
Alright.
especially like the frickin' did you see the CDC is no longer going to be doing the rabies test?
Huh?
because they've literally like, yeah. So, and they might have rescinded it, like you know how they like to do things, and then they get a bunch of pushback, and they go, "Never mind, we're not going to do that." So
Just
yeah,
kidding.
apparently the CDC is no longer going to be processing rabies tests because they've basically fired all but one person in that section of the lab, so they just can't keep up with doing the overflow test. So they're just discontinuing it. That was like rabies, and there was a couple other ones, but like some of the like smallpox and a couple of the other oxes
So,
was like it was like a chunk of them.
horror stories from the vet field.
Yeah.
If an animal bites somebody and then dies within 10 days of the bite, they have to be tested for rabies legally.
hmm And if like if for some reason you have to
If the CDC
put your
ain't
pet
doing
down,
it no more, well, same thing. If you have to put the pet down, same thing. You have to send them for testing.
hmm
Doesn't matter
well,
if they're
like they won't
vaccinated or
do
not.
it if the animal's bitten somebody. They won't put the animal down because
Correct.
we had an extremely volatile cat. Like we had a very, very volatile cat, and my baby sibling was very baby, and it was like viciously attacking the baby sibling.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like we can't in good faith give this to somebody else or anything like that. So we had to take it, and because she had attacked the baby sibling, they were like, we can't. You have to quarantine her for X amount of days, and we can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was something wrong with that cat. Like it was like something beyond behavior. I don't know if she had like a brain tumor or something that was causing her behavior, but it was just
Mm-hmm.
she was not a naturally behaving cat at all. Yeah, and I don't know if it's the CDC. I don't know if the CDC if it's just like human testing for the rabies or if the CDC also covers all the vet. The article kind of wasn't really clear about that. If it was just the human division testing or if it was the animal division testing or if
Uh,
there's a difference.
I don't think there is. I'm 75% sure the CDC does all of that.
Yeah. And they might have rolled it back. It's one of those that's been a lot of that going on is we're gonna do this thing and then well actually never mind. We realized that you kind of need those people, so we're gonna rehire them and we're gonna act like we didn't do it.
Rada. Rada rada.
hmm
I'm coloring these because we were talking.
It looks so pretty.
Right? He's a rainbow. Oh, Cheshire. You're not making this easy, sir. Hello. How are you, my child? My furry little wonderful child. I'm trying to think of what other Stephen King horror I read. The one with the haunted hotel.
Shining.
Shining, yes, thank you. The Shining. I read that one. That one freaked me out too. All right.
I've never watched it, so
Are we
I'm
ready?
kind
Oh,
of
I hit the
leery
button,
about.
so I guess it's spinning. I'm sorry. I was gonna say, are we ready for this? And then I was gonna hit it, but
Oh,
then I hit it.
just kidding.
just
Click.
Oopsies.
kidding. Well,
Red
that's okay because
Sister.
the Twitch is delayed anyway.
Oh,
Like Twitch still hasn't even spun yet.
Oh,
that's
dang.
funny. Yeah, it's Red Sister.
It's Red Sister. So there we go. Guy can give us some nice inputs on this.
Yes, we all have to come back on and read it. And talk about it. Sky.
Recta Mundo. Other thing I was gonna potentially talk about is if folks wanted to try and play any D&D.
What's that about?
Oh, I see
What's
the
a
M versus
Steam?
W thing now. Yes, muhahaha. Good night, Sky.
Good night, Sky.
Oh, nice guy.
So we're gonna make this our April book. All right, so we will go
Stop
ahead and
chewing
close it up
on
there.
your paw.
I will post the information for Red Sister into Discord and start a thread for it shortly. And then I won't be around this weekend. We'll see if I can squeak on another night during the week. But I think Monday nights we will start making those consistent.
Yay.
Yes. So you will see me at least
It won't be
once a week.
too-
I'm gonna try and find a second day. We'll see. But yes. All right. Have fun. We'll see you next week. We have our book. Okay, bye.